My Tjwc is still okay at that level because I'm above your top of your level. I think we've been through this before, but we haven't actually talked about it the way I'm about to talk about it now. What I'm actually going to be talking about is you're going to be more active in the use of your energy in your elbow. When you're more active in the use of your energy in your elbow, it allows you to give more through the structure of your arm. I'm working on the elbow energy, focusing in through my elbow and out, and creating positions out of position. The lower Tjwc is low enough. I don't need it to be high. I'm using it. If I go back to rolling, I'll go back to my good positions. As soon as I start to try to affect you, I will then use my positions efficiently and my strengths, how I see them, to control your elbow. So what we're looking at is if I can control your elbow with my elbow to such an extent to get some sort of commitment into your arm, I am then leaving my forearms free to be used. So what we're looking at the search for my elbow to control your elbow. However, I managed to achieve that. That means that I have to move out of position.
To get where you want to get?
Yes, because I'm having to move you out of position. If I move you out of position, it means I'm out of position.
You have to move out of position to move me out.
Yes. So I'm actually looking at when I do something, that's it. Now I was in a strong position by you doing that. Now I'm in a weak position because that hand can come in, so I've never got to control that back again. You're lifting up on me, you let yourself being hit there because you're using your bong cell, your elbow. All you're doing is you're going to your position, relating it to yourself rather than relating your bong cell to me. So what I'm starting to do from here is to relate my bong cell to your arms, my Tjwc to your arms. I'm relating my positions to your positions, my structure to your structure. I am not just relating to positions.
You fit in a minute according to where my hands are.
Yes, so my movements, every time I'm rolling, I'm looking to control your elbows. This idea, so what we're now talking about, it's starts talking about the elbows are sort of, it's like sticking elbows. Because what we're actually looking for is this ability to control elbows with elbows. Once the elbows are in a position to gain control, then it's leaving me forearms to be relaxed enough to get into a position to use. So what I'm looking to do is to control you, to get into a position where that's there, now I can use that line in. Here I've got a line in as well. So I'm looking to control elbows. But I'm relating my hands, my elbows to your elbows. I am not relating to my position.
No, because you have to go out of position to
relate
to me.
If we're rolling, we're talking about positions, good positions. But as soon as I start to use it, I have got to relate my elbows to your elbows.
So what is it best for me to do when you relate yourself to the positions? Is it to get back to my normal position so I don't get taken out of position, or blend in with what you're doing and try to?
Yes, because you've got to understand how to control my elbows while trying to control your elbows.
Because otherwise all I'll be doing is keep going back.
All the other positions are to be used.
That's right.
So this is what you're searching for. This is the point that you're searching for. You're looking for the search to be able to use something. So you've now got to learn how to use your elbows. You've got to sink in with your elbows and feeling out with your elbows to pressurize me, not just with that elbow coming in there, or there, but again there, so you can feel out with your Tjwc, so you can feel out your Tjwc, feeling out this way, so your elbows feel, you know you've got the line in.
Once you've called it out.
So you know you've got that in. Now what you're waiting for is how I would react to that. If I don't react, you know you've got the line in from here. If I take that to there, I know I've got that in. What you then, if you react in any way, come in, then I can go this way. It's about reacting, about pressurizing, taking something off of that. There's the line in. If there's no change, then that would be my line in. So what I can do is I can wait for you to respond with a sensible thing, with a sensible reaction, with what on from that. So now I've changed. So I'm moving out of position, I'm moving into a strong position, I'm waiting for you to put me into a weak position.
Right. And if I don't respond, you go through with the technique. If I do respond,
Well, it's not necessary. The better you are, the less you need to do it. The only reason why I'm from okay, I can get to there. The only reason why I haven't hit is because I'm waiting for you to try to catch up. There's no point. I know I can hit.
Right.
I know I can hit. What I'm actually looking at is, so when I shift, it's there.
Yeah, get out, get out.
Yeah, so
Get
I'm
yourself out of a dangerous position.
That's it. I'm waiting for you to correct
So
yourself.
really, I've got to react to it before I give you a chance to actually apply the technique.
That's what you should be doing. But you can't do that.
And if I respond to it a different way,
What I'm doing
blame
is,
myself.
what I'm doing is I'm allowing you to catch up.
Right.
By allowing you to catch up, that's allowing me to understand it
More.
clearly of what may happen. So by getting to this position and allowing you to do that, I'm giving you the opportunity to stretch me theoretically, not practically, because
Right.
practically,
Please,
You'll be
yeah,
hit.
that's right.
practically you hit. You hit all the thing practically. But what I can do is by giving an energy is letting you correct yourself
Experience, yeah.
theoretically. Correct yourself.
I've got something to relate myself to.
So you're talking about a theoretical nature. But what we're looking at is this control of elbows, which is so it's understanding where the elbows come in. So instead of, if you learn to keep your elbow sort of on your centre, to protect your centre line, so then you allow your forearm to be related to your centre line. That should then take you, because what you tend to do is you tend to do in this, you tend to still going across with your hands.
Opening myself up to the centre.
Because you're thinking with your hands, you're protecting with your hands,
Right.
which therefore you're doing this, rather than thinking with your elbows and allowing your hands stay on your
So
centre
this
line.
bit of my arm should be more centred rather than moving across.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
get
your,
that big
it's
movement.
your elbow. It's your elbow that's defending. It's this that you're feeling out with. So you're feeling out with this one. Feel out with it. Protect yourself. But there, not there. There.
Yeah.
So you relax. That. You're using that there. That's it. So you're blocking there. Now you're coming across with this. So you're blocking with that. If I come across this way, now you're coming out this way. So that's the three ways you can use it. You can use it this part. Relax. You can use that part of your arm there.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it there. And you can use it there. This is therefore, you're thinking with this part, you're responding with this part.
I'm
This
using
is-
my hands.
You're
Yeah,
thinking,
using my hands.
you're thinking this, you're
Yeah.
thinking that.
That's why
And this
it's
is
not
too
going
much.
into the right position.
That's it. You're thinking too much across this way,
Right.
rather than thinking
Elbow.
this
really.
part, and this part.
Right.
And so what you're doing is your movement is coming from your elbow. So when I push you in, you change around it. It's no problem. You push right in.
Mm.
So you're not, say it's not your hands that are doing something, it's your elbow that's coming around it to cover. It's your elbow that's dropping in.
Yeah. Mine is my hands.
You're still thinking with your hands, which has it, so your hands have a tendency to move.
That's right.
Rather than,
Get into a good position down there. When things start moving fast and they start getting further away.
down cell, bong cell, hand cell, down cell, bong cell, hand cell. Punches coming in, just bong cell. Tam, jam, punch comes in, hand going out. Jam cell, bong cell.
Mm-hmm.
Elbow this way, your elbow that way, your elbow this way. So it's an understanding of how you're using your energy from there to there. You got your arm in this position. There's two main ways if you're talking about an attack to the head. The energy you use, either there or there. Right punch comes in there. Left punch comes in there.
Mm.
Then that forces in. Wrist goes down. It's there.
Down. Just blend with it.
It's how you're using